Yeah, or a canyon.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah, we'll be coming up kind of on the edge of a small collapse feature here.
I'm gonna install one of those seat belts.
Do you guys want to fire up the ground fault machine?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, sure.
Ground fault generator.
As long as we call it that for forever now.
Oh, don't even say that word.
Ground fault machine engaged.
That's okay. Now we can test your ground fault tester.
You want a seatbelt over there because your booster seat keeps sliding around?
I want a seat belt. I just want to feel more secure in the seat.
You should get like, the full racing harness.
Yeah.
Oh,
5
that's
point,
too much.
yeah.
Like a
Yeah.
a car seat.
Yeah. Yeah.
No thanks.
No, like a fancy looking.
Yeah,
Bob will hook you up. He's got
Yeah.
a source
yeah,
With a helmet.
with the circular disconnect on it.
yeah.
I don't know about the helmet.
No, I just want a seat belt.
She doesn't want to leave that chair. That's why
Yeah,
she
that's
wants to be
it.
belted in. Kylie's in the pilot seat.
She's not giving it up.
That's right.
It's good to be queen.
Bob's over here in the
Oh,
back
yeah.
of the plane
Ground fault's
coach.
working.
Yeah. The cold back of the plane.
Oh, it's
You didn't bring your coat?
No,
Oh,
I'm all right.
It is chilly in here.
I've been
we have to-
messing with the temperature. It's
Have-
chilly offshore.
yeah, I know
Yeah.
it. And we have to keep it cool in here because of all the because of all the computers.
Yeah, they're basically space heaters.
Right.
Yeah, it's cold and drizzly out here, and it's, what, over 100 in Portland?
yeah.
How
Is
far
it?
away is that?
Portland is about 100 miles from shore, I'd say.
We're just a little bit, we're off of Gray's Harbor. Is that right?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Not far from Westport, Washington, where Kim
That's
and I were
right.
escaping during the pandemic for some little beach breaks.
Oh, you did, yeah.
Yeah.
And Gray's, we're on the southern, we're straight out from the southern part of Gray's Harbor.
There's a
Grayland.
instructor at, I think it's Gray's Harbor Community College, who came out with me on numerous missions in the early 2010s.
When I lived in Seattle, that's where I would go when I went to the beach because it was the quickest drive to the beach from Seattle.
Yeah,
Was to going out to Westport.
yeah. It's very hard as an East Coaster to adapt to the Pacific Northwest. East Coast, you have a nice flat beach with a gentle, barely sloping bottom, water temperature in the 70s, nice day. The Pacific Northwest, you tend to need to bundle up like Nanook of the North, rappel down to a beach where the riptide will suck you off to Japan if you just even get close to it.
Exactly. There's
And,
nothing Pacific about the Pacific Ocean. It's
yeah.
almost 50% of the planet. It makes the
Yeah.
Atlantic look like a pond, and that's
Yeah.
what they called it in World War II. They called the Atlantic a pond.
Pond. And the winds.
Yeah. That's why you have to go to the beach in the morning.
Yep,
I-
you have to go in the morning. The
I-
afternoon is just unbearable.
I live a mile from the beach. The Oregon coast is
That's
very rugged. It's absolutely beautiful, but you have to know when to go. And you don't go swimming. The only people you see in the water are not from Oregon.
Or you see surfers at some
Yeah,
places.
there are surfers.
Yeah.
Yeah, lots of surfers actually. But they've got dry suits on.
Yep.
You know.
I really enjoy scuba diving in the Pacific Northwest, especially where I live in Puget Sound.
Right.
It's a major metropolitan area, and there's fantastic dive sites 20 minutes from my house. And I can park my truck, and my entry point is 50 feet away.
Where do you go?
Mukilteo, Edmonds.
Okay.
Uh,
Yeah, I
there's
know.
a place over in West Seattle, Cove 2.
Right. I know there's some beautiful diving too, like off of the northwestern point by Tatoosh Island and
Yep.
at the end of the Strait of Juan de Fuca. I have friends who've dove there.
down in
But I imagine the
Hood
currents are really
Canal.
strong.
Oh yeah, you very much have to know your tides and currents.
Yeah.
And work it out so that you start. If you're planning a 40-minute dive, you go in 22 minutes before slack.
Right. Where I am on the Oregon coast, I work in Hatfield. There's a big jetty there. It's a port. It's now our NOAA Pacific Operations Center. Was moved from Seattle down to Newport, which is really a better idea because you're right there at the Pacific. You don't have to drive through the canal, straight up Juan de Fuca.
Yeah, even once you did that, it was a very long transit from Seattle and Elliott Bay all the way up to Sand Point.
Through the locks.
You had to go under the bridges.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
That makes sense.
There are a lot of surfers on the south side of that jetty. They go out there like for lunch. You know, people who work at Hatfield go surfing on their lunch break. There's a lot of great whites there too.
Yeah.
So we're coming up on 200 meters from the bottom.
All right. We're getting there. Let me just let you know again. We're diving on a ridge, which is probably a carbonate structure, and 1,600 meters of water, so that's over 5,000 feet. We saw bubble streams here in the data last night. Some pretty good flares. We're southwest of Grace Canyon, which we dove just southeast of Grace Canyon on the shelf yesterday. Today we're diving southwest of it in much deeper water. Yesterday we were in about 150 meters of water. Today we're in about 1,600 meters of water. And we're off the Washington coast, due west of Grayland, off of Grace Harbor. We're hoping to do, we will be doing some sampling of gases and methane bubble streams, and hopefully find some methane in the solid form and hydrate. And we'll be collecting water samples with the Niskins, some cores. And could you explain what they do with the cores, Taylor Ann?
Yeah, so we have a few different ways that we're processing those cores. So we have a few different schools or scientists taking those samples. So we'll do some pore water sampling. So all of the push cores that we have little tiny ported holes on the sides of them. And then our scientist friend, Kevin, he will stick I think little tubes and syringes in there to get the pore water out. And then I'm not sure he uses some fancy machine to process it. And then Leela and I are separating the cores out 1 centimeter by 1 centimeter up to 10 centimeters, so we can see what's in each layer of the sediment. And then we'll also be splitting them up for stable isotope analysis.
The gain up.
And then we're also splitting some of the cores into only 3 halves, with collecting the first 2 centimeters, and then 2 to 5, and then 5 to 10 centimeters, and just seeing what's in those different layers, what type of potential bacterial mats that could be on the top layer, and what other organisms are farther down.
Do you see foraminifera in there?
Excuse me. Let's hold on comms.
Okay. We're setting up to approach the bottom, so we will stop talking so they can get themselves lined up. Thanks.
No, make that number go up. Yeah. A single digit sensitivity and a mid-range dynamic range. Like 30s, 40s. It's noisy. No, put that back down. I mean, put that back up, sorry. It's making it redder. Yeah. I think you can reduce it down to 150 already, right, though? This like here.
What's our altitude? Do we have bottom lock?
No,
Okay, thanks.
that's better.
We're about 5 meters, 5 minutes from the bottom.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna, I just wish it was more solid. I'm gonna, okay, fine.
Forgot last night. I was going to take this Mon Focus I have and see if I could take the output of it, get it onto a screen for you guys. The bubble detecting camera.
Three beams. Where's the target? From me or from Argus? Both. So I'll turn from. So I'll just come back and down and we'll be, yeah, right. Okay, one thing at a time. All right, you ready to take your stick off? Well, in a second, don't get all comfortable.
So the waypoint that we're going to be approaching is at 1,600 meters, but we're going to land a little bit deeper than that and climb up the slope towards the waypoint.
It says I'm 60 meters off the bottom, but our delta's only 1, and you're 40 meters off the bottom. How's that possible? Oh, God, that's scary.
Hey,
I'm turning my Z bias down-ish. I'm over a cliff. So I can't go to the bottom, right?
it's not really a, yeah, it's a slope. That confused me too.
Okay, roger. And I'm turning my Z bias down to like 30. And then I'll take stick lock off. And I can keep auto heading on. No, I'll turn that off. Okay, Bob, now I have a question. If I'm below you, how do we make sure that like the tether doesn't go in a ugly position with a cliff edge? Okay, so go down and come back, right? And then get like a delta and turn. Yeah, like they're, okay. Okay, yeah, okay. Lateral, forward.
So Hercules is about 30 meters off the bottom. So it should be coming in sight soon.
Okay.
There it is.
10 meters?
All right. Ooh. It's a big old
Lob
fish.
sculpin.
Sculpin.
You almost always see them on the bottom. Not
That,
water
isn't
column.
that pretty? Some scattered carbonate, authogenic carbonate in front of us. Looks like quite a lot of sediment cover. We're going to
Sorry.
take it easy here and set up.
Do a white balance in a second.
Yeah.
Are we moving towards the target already, or
No,
are
I'm trying to get under Argus.
we? Okay.
See it coming into view now?
We need a few minutes to get all
And then
settled
we'll
in.
and then we'll have to dial in the Z bias, and then we'll have to do a white balance, and then we will get going.
Okay.
And focus the still camera.
Right. Focus is still cam.
All the housekeeping has to be done.
Exactly. There's still a lot of marine snow, but not nearly as bad as yesterday.
Wait, that's dumb.
So we're moving to get Hercules underneath Argus.
Okay. Is Argus still coming into position? Or is it? Okay. So I had my auto XY on, but I'm
He doesn't
drifting
reset
around.
Doppler. Reset Doppler.
Okay, go ahead. Good. Oh, dumb. I figured it out. I figured it out. I had a problem. Is that the...
Moving.
I
Yeah,
know,
take it
but...
out of auto head.
Okay.
Auto altitude. Ah,
It's not...
XY.
It's... Okay.
Sometimes it does that. You know,
What's it doing?
you gotta. Did we get a good Doppler reset?
We did that already.
Well,
Oh.
yeah. So yeah, you got to be careful with autos because they'll bite you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. And I'm happy with my depth, which is what I was trying to figure out.
Yeah. But yeah, just you got to be cautious.
Yeah. Okay.
The robot will reach out and get you.
So, if I'm ready to do arm stuff,
Yeah.
I can't put it in auto XY.
Well, you could try auto XY again.
Okay.
Sometimes it just loses his mind and you just got to reset it, and then it'll be happy. Just
It did it twice.
well, try.
I don't.
You can have him do another reset. I don't know, for whatever.
Okay. Okay. So, auto XY.
Chris, how far are we from the waypoint?
Just a second.
Sure.
We're 60 meters away.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. I think it is betterish. Right? I'm not moving.
No, you're good.
Okay.
Everything's happy now.
All right, arm stuff.
You could turn on auto altitude.
So we're at 60 meters from the flares that we saw in the multi-beam data this morning. We're going to climb up this slope. And hopefully Chris will point us exactly to that position.
I'm going to turn off the lights and the
porch light off, please.
porch light off, scaling lasers off.
Okay.
Now we're going to calibrate the cameras.
How's that, Ed?
Yeah, looks good. Let me try coming in.
I can center you.
Yeah, it should be easier at this depth. Yeah, look at that.
Oops, sorry. Overshot it. that okay, or you need anything?
Try a little bump
To the
left,
Ah.
and then back to the right.
And then back to the left.
Yeah. Oh, that was a nice little one. Do that again.
Either all or...
That's good.
Okay.
Let's try that. All right.
That'll do.
Black balance gone dark for 10 seconds on purpose, starting now.
I didn't snap it down because I was afraid of...
I don't care.
Good black balance.
Well, I
Doing a
can
white
see what it's
balance.
like this.
Good white balance, saving the scene. Right. Done with white balance, going personal change of video for a little bit.
Cool.
Yeah.
Can we get Herc's arm stretched out so I can focus the stills cam?
Sure.
Thank you.
So when you say stretched out, do you mean like these?
Like straight. So right now all I can see is a little bit of the wrist. Okay.
That
works good enough.
Okay. Sorry, I'll stop moving.
Yeah, that's bad. If you're up here, it's no good.
Well, if it's working though.
Yeah, but you're unstable if you're up here. That's just trying to get you
Core.
in the
Yeah, I know.
habit of have better control if you can keep it in tight.
Roger.
All right. That's great. Thank you.
No problem.
You should close the gripper.
Roger.
So Ed, you want to go with downlight or no downlight?
It's Tammy now,
Tammy.
and I do not care.
You don't care.
I don't
What? That's no downlight. Do you like that,
Show her the difference.
or do you like that?
I can work with either one.
Is the camera all the way out?
I like the other one.
Camera's all the way out, yeah.
So no downlight.
What
I
about
think.
porch light?
Um,
That doesn't do
Oh,
anything.
Yeah, porch light's no good, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just there's too many shiny things out there.
Okay. Where are we going?
You are going 070.
Okay. Looks like we're finished with our housekeeping and we're going to head up slope to our waypoint where we're hoping to see a couple of big, beautiful bubble streams.
070.
Crab in the background.
And slightly upslope, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so I can
It's-
tell based on that there's like a lot of blue behind the yellow returns that it's slopey and not straight, right? Okay.
It's only about 10 meters up from here, Kylie.
Okay, Roger. So, Bob, what do you recommend for just auto, do it manually?
Yeah, I would do it manually.
Roger.
You have to fiddle with the gain on the.
Right, exactly. Okay.
I'm gonna put your heading gain back to 4,
Okay.
and then yeah, I'll turn your Z up to 0.3. Yeah, and
Okay,
two.
I should turn my game
we're seeing
down.
a bit of shell debris on the bottom. Shell hash. And of course, Taylor Ann is welcome to step on in anytime she wants to identify anything that we see.
Yeah, so far I noticed, I think it was a Neptunia snail again. It's what's making all these little trails that you see in the sediment on the seafloor.
Neptunia?
Yeah,
Okay.
saw one of them.
Oh, you did. And those are the ones that we saw the other day with the big egg stacks on top of them.
Yes,
And
yeah.
they're indicative of these seep sites.
Seen some sea pens. Can't tell which type of sea pen that is. Yeah, definitely seeing little holes in the sediment as well.
Which are from some type of burrowing worm or?
Yeah, or even the sea pens themselves
Oh,
can
okay.
retract.
5 meters,
Oh, look at
080.
that.
Oh, look.
There's the
Yeah.
Neptune and it's left that track. You can tell.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
It's cute. Snail trail.
Yeah. And here's some carbonate debris. We think it's carbonate. Looks like carbonate. And we're seeing more and more of that as we head upslope. And looks like we're coming upon a
Wow.
jumble of carbonate as we head upslope. We kind of want to look around as we're going up because we are looking for hydrate. So maybe just pan back and forth a little bit as you go up.
Sure.
Thank you. You don't have to move the vehicle, just the camera back and forth.
Some tube worms again.
Oh. Could you drop a target, Chris, please?
I can.
You want to zoom in on that?
Tube worms, that's anemones as well, Taylor Ann?
Yep. Some fly trap anemones. Oops, sorry.
So as far as hydrate goes, we should be looking for something, hopefully, that's sort of bright white. It probably have a sediment coating on the top. Looks like a chunk of ice. How about, can you pan to the starboard, see what we see over there? Can you zoom in right on that bright white on the rock, right?
Use telescriptrator, please.
The telescope.
Oh yeah, sorry. There you go,
Okay, sure.
down in there.
Um,
Hey, I forgot.
oops. Okay, that's my full right. Video zoom, I'll try to line it up.
Wow. Okay. Ooh, that's a little bit promising.
It's very bright white. It doesn't look fuzzy like matte.
Yeah, we zoom a little bit more and we might want to poke it.
Bridge nav, all
Sorry.
position.